I used to dread the sound of the mailbox. Every time a bill came through, my stomach tightened. Credit cards, medical statements, interest piling on interest. It felt like I was trapped in a slow-motion avalanche. I was 58, divorced, and still working part-time at a job I didn't love. I kept telling myself I'd get on top of it eventually, but the truth, I was just trying to stay afloat, and I felt ashamed. I thought I should know better by now, that I should be further along, that someone my age shouldn't still be juggling minimum payments and make quiet arrangements with the pharmacy about when I could afford my prescriptions. But here's what I learned. Debt doesn't care how old you are, and neither does peace of mind. It took me 2 years to climb out of it. I'm 60 now, debt-free. No credit cards, no lingering balances, just a simple, steady life. This isn't a fairy tale. I didn't win the lottery. I didn't inherit a dime. I just did a few things differently, and one of them only took 10 minutes a week. I'll tell you exactly what that was. But first, let's talk about how I got here, because the moment things started to shift wasn't when I paid off my first card. It was when I stopped trying to do it all at once. That was my first mistake, trying to fix everything in one weekend. I'd read books, watch videos, make giant spreadsheets, but by the next month, I was exhausted. I'd slip up, feel guilty, and pretend it wasn't happening. What finally worked was smaller than that. It started with a piece of paper. I sat down one evening and wrote down every single thing I owed. Credit cards, the dentist, a loan from my sister, even the overdue vet bill I'd been ignoring. The total made my chest tighten. But something else happened too. For the first time, I wasn't hiding from it. I looked at the number, took a breath, and told myself, this is the worst it will ever feel. Because now, I knew. And knowing is what gave me back control. That night, I picked one small thing to focus on, not 5, not even 2, just one. It was a $312 medical bill that had been sent to collections. It felt like a pebble in my shoe, annoying, but manageable. I called them the next day, which I was dreading, by the way, and I asked, can I pay $25 a month? To my surprise, they said yes. That was the first time I realized I didn't have to fight the whole war at once, just one little skirmish at a time. So that became my strategy. Every month, I picked one thing to focus on. One card, one call, one step. Not all of them, just one. And here's something else I learned along the way. Interest is sneaky, but shame is sneakier. When I stopped judging myself for being in debt, I had more energy to deal with it. Funny how that works. I started seeing my payments not as punishment, but as self-respect. Because every time I sent even $20 toward a bill, I was saying, I care about myself. I'm not giving up on me. I know that might sound a little cheesy, but if you've ever been stuck under a pile of debt, you know how personal it feels. Like a secret weight no one else can see. But here's the truth. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just overwhelmed. And overwhelmed people don't need more shame. They need a path. So let me give you the path I used. Step 1. Make a single list. Don't judge the numbers. Just gather them. Step 2. Pick your first pebble. The smallest, or the one that's bugging you most. Doesn't matter which. Just one. Step 3. Make a tiny plan for that one thing. A call, a payment, a letter. And do it this week, not next week. This week. That's it. Then, every month, you repeat. And over time, without fanfare, you start to feel lighter. Now, I promised I'd tell you the 10-minute ritual that made the biggest difference. Here it is. Every Sunday night, I'd sit down with a cup of coffee. Just me, a notepad, and my calendar. I called it my peace check-in. 10 minutes, that's all. I'd ask myself, what bills are coming this week? What do I need to move or adjust? Is there anything I can pay, even just a little? Then I'd write one small money goal for the week. Just one. Some weeks it was, call the dentist about a payment plan. Other times it was, no takeout on Wednesday. I wasn't trying to be perfect, just intentional. Over time, those little Sunday check-ins became sacred. They helped me stop spiraling. They reminded me I had a say in how things unfolded. And most importantly, they made money feel less scary. You know what surprised me most? How much emotion was tied to each bill. One of my credit cards was from when my daughter got married. Another was from a trip I took after my divorce, when I just wanted to feel free again. It wasn't just debt. It was memories, grief, hope. But the day I paid off my last card, I didn't cry, I didn't celebrate. I just sat there and exhaled. It was quiet, peaceful, like setting down a heavy bag I'd been carrying for too long. And the next morning, I did something unexpected. I kept my Sunday ritual. Even with no debt left, I still sit down every week and ask myself, what do I need to feel calm and clear this week? Because money doesn't stop needing attention once the bills are gone. And peace, I've learned, is a habit. If you're watching this and thinking, it's too late for me, please hear this. You're not behind. You're just ready now. Debt freedom isn't about math. It's about momentum. You don't need a windfall. You need a way in. And your way in might be that one $300 bill, or a call you've been avoiding, or a Sunday night with a cup of tea and a notepad. You get to start where you are, not where you wish you'd been. That's the gift of this season of life. We're not chasing image anymore. We're choosing peace. And the peace you create now, it's worth more than any number on a bank statement. So here's your invitation. Pick one thing, do it this week, and then do it again next week. You don't have to fix it all today. You just have to begin.